Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another live stream, and welcome to all your latest Chelsea transfer news, people. And as always, we have got a packed show. Make sure you're smashing the likes. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. All of that good stuff. And as always, people, make sure you get involved in the chat. After all that Joao Pedro news yesterday, we've now had reports that Chelsea, in fact, aren't in for Joao Pedro and haven't made any contact whatsoever over a potential deal, and are not exploring a deal. So make of that what you will. We've got the latest on Alejandro Garnacho. Ruben Amorim has told Garnacho he must find a new club this summer. And it's been confirmed that Garnacho remains a possibility for Chelsea. Not good news. Not good news whatsoever. We've also got the latest on Chelsea's hunt for a striker as well. And Chelsea are obviously, again, more interest in Benjamin Sesko. Morgan Rogers apparently still remains a target, and the transfer budget would be boosted by a top 5 finish, which is why, again, Sunday is so important. So important, chat. But anyway, before we get into all of that stuff, people, make sure that you check out Jerseys FC Soccer Shop. Get yourself the new Chelsea home shirt. Link is in the description. Use code BLUEBROTHER for 20% off, free shipping, good quality, affordable prices. Make sure you're looking good for next season, guys. Link is in the description. And of course, chat, you can feel free to donate to the channel as well by scanning the QR code, buy me a coffee. It's the same as a super chat, except they take a far smaller percentage than YouTube do. But of course, feel free to send in super chats as well. Housekeeping done. Admin done. Bosh. Into the proper stuff, guys. Let's say hello to some of you lovely people. No to Garnacho, sporting director can F off. Yeah, fair. For fuck's sake, I'd have taken Joao Pedro if it means not getting... Yeah, bro, I hear it. Keep Garnacho away. Yeah. No, but brother, well, we don't need a squad option. This is the whole point here. We don't need a squad option. We need starters. We don't need any squad players. The likes of your Maduekes, your Sanchos, who are starting at the moment, they should be the squad players, and we need starters. We need starters. We don't need any more squad players. Yes, big up. Yeah, trip to Sunderland next season. Buzzing. Congratulations to Sunderland as well, by the way. Proper football heritage, Barclays heritage back in the Premier League. Yeah, bro, I hear it. Our club desperately wants to return the Mount money to United through Garnacho. Yeah, brother, it wouldn't even surprise me. Official in what sense? In terms of what? They're not licensed by the club or anything like that. It's the same company that do stuff with Lewis as well, if you've seen on his channel. We need a starting 9. We need a starting left wing. But yeah, bro, there is that possibility. Which both excites me and also scares me. Excites me and scares me in equal measure. Could be a worldie or could be an absolute dud. And I'll be sitting there thinking, yeah, we're fucked. Looking forward to Sunderland, Newcastle. Yeah. Right. Let's get on the road. So, guys, we discussed all that Joao Pedro stuff yesterday. The breaking reports from Brazil. Chelsea want to sign Joao Pedro for the Club World Cup, preparing a £50 million bid. It's all singing and dancing. We're thinking, right, okay, this might be our first signing. We get further news from Sky Sports this morning. CFC are interested in Brighton's Joao Pedro, and the Brazilian is keen to talk to Chelsea if the two clubs can agree a fee for him. Other clubs, including Liverpool and Man United, are also keen. No bids for the player so far. Fee likely to be £50 million plus. So you're sort of thinking, right, okay, this Joao Pedro stuff has got legs. Report from Brazil. Romano obviously reporting that he's probably going to be leaving. There's interest from Premier League clubs. You're sort of thinking, yeah, do you know what? This stuff's kind of adding up. So we've had that from Sky, had the report from Brazil yesterday. We went through all that. And then literally within an hour of this coming out from Sky Sports, we had an update from Ben Jacobs. And do you know what? Ben Jacobs is now one of the whatever you think, chat, he is one of the best Chelsea reporters now. He's one of the people that the club go to first with briefs. Remember all those Gregor Kobel links, chat, with the Dortmund keeper, all coming from Sky Germany. Jacobs put something out about Chelsea are not interested in Kobel, not exploring a deal. We've heard literally nothing about Chelsea and Gregor Kobel since. So within an hour of that from Sky Sports, Ben Jacobs put this out. Newcastle and Liverpool have both shown an interest in Brighton striker Joao Pedro. Chelsea have not held any talks and are not exploring a deal. Pedro could leave this summer. Brighton will be looking to make a big profit on the then club record £30 million they paid Watford. So this is almost a little bit reminiscent of, remember all those years ago, chat, when it was like Didier Drogba is out with malaria. 1 hour later, Carlo Ancelotti confirms Drogba has recovered from malaria. It's one of them, and I think we're going to have a lot of this in the transfer window this summer whilst people are working things out. And I think what's really important, chat, whilst we don't know what European competition we're going to be in, it's really, really important to kind of take with a little bit of a pinch of salt the players we are and aren't being linked with, because I think whatever happens on Sunday is going to have a big bearing on the players that we are linked with. We've got to wait until we get Champions League or not, and I think there's a chance that it could make a difference to the names we actually end up going for, rather than the names that you just see Chelsea being linked with, which is why, again, another reason why tomorrow is so important. I mean, I'd kind of warmed slightly to the idea of Joao Pedro, not because I think it's a player we desperately need, but if you are going to bin off Christopher Nkunku, and if you were going to bin off Joao Felix as well, then you need to make sure that you've got someone else to come in and replace them. And Joao Pedro would be that replacement, that left wing 10 hybrid who can also play as a 9. And I think if you sign Joao Pedro, chat, that would be almost that third option at number 9. So you'd have Nicholas Jackson plus whoever you sign as the main guy, and then you could have Joao Pedro as kind of a third option at striker, second option at number 10, and maybe a first or second choice on the left wing. It'll be a good squad player. It would make sense at around 50, 60 million pounds for a Premier League proven player, 23 years of age, Brazilian international. And it gives you that versatile option in the front line. Gives you that versatile option in the front line. Whether Chelsea are or aren't interested, I've got absolutely no idea. You sort of see one thing coming from Brazil, then you see this, then you see Sky saying one thing. And I think we're just going to have a lot of this chat throughout the summer. A lot of it. It wouldn't surprise me tomorrow night or Monday morning or whatever if we then had news saying, oh, by the way, Chelsea are back in for Joao Pedro and they've made a bid. That wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me either. So you're just sort of thinking, well, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? What's going on? Gear will go on loan. Mark Gear will go on loan. And eventually he'll be sold. I think that's very obvious. We signed him for £5 million release clause, market opportunity. You'll make a significant profit on him. Simple as that. Yeah, brother, I hear you. Liverpool out here doing Verts, Frimpong looking to get Milos Kerkez, and we're interested in Garnacho. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty. When you look at it like that, it's pretty bleak, and you sort of think, "Fuck, how are we going to close this gap to Liverpool at the top?" Because the time to strengthen is when you're at the top. Liverpool have just won the league by an absolute mile. Bang, Florian Wirtz, difference maker. These are the sort of top talents that define a generation of team. Like a De Bruyne, like an Eden Hazard, for example. Liverpool have signed that caliber of player. Frimpong, top player. Milos Kerkez, top player. Adding those players to an already title-winning squad. Yeah, it's peak. Would like Gyökeres, but I think some European clubs will be interested as well. It will be hard to land him. Yet have to get Champions League football. That's the only way we're going to land him. That's the only way we're going to land him, chat. But yeah, as we said yesterday, the Joao Pedro stuff, now we're reportedly not interested. But again, it's crazy, isn't it? How you can get certain people saying one thing, and then all of a sudden it's like, nah. They're all saying something else. Oh. Mental. But this is what it's going to be like, chat. This is what it's going to be like all summer. Yeah. I honestly, I couldn't tell you who Chelsea are going to sign. I agree, Dangler Kid. Like, literally, it could be Delap, Gurhey, Gittins. It could be Gyökeres, Nico Williams, and Mark Gurhey. You know, it's like there's so much scope here where the window has got potential to be worldy, but then it's also got potential to be diabolical as well. And that's going to massively depend on what happens next week. It's going to massively depend. No, I'm not saying I do or do. I'm not saying that I do or don't believe them. But the fact is that Chelsea have interest in Garnacho. There was strong interest in January, and that interest remains there. Now, whether Chelsea act on that interest is a different situation. But there's no denying that Chelsea do have interest in Garnacho. We know Chelsea have got interest in Garnacho. I hope not. Could be that. And to be honest, I'd be okay with 2/3 of that. Ekitike and Gurhey. Whilst Ekitike wouldn't be my first choice, it wouldn't be a complete disaster. But yeah, I wouldn't be particularly happy with. I wouldn't be happy with Garnacho at all. No, I don't think we're going to buy 3 strikers. No, absolutely not. I think we'll get 1 at absolute best. We might get 2. We might get 2, chat. We might get 2. There's a possibility that we could get 2, but I don't see it. All focus right now is on tomorrow, one of our biggest games for years. I fully agree with that. Fully agree, and I'm pretty nervous about it. I can't lie. I am pretty nervous about it. I got that gut feel. If we don't get Champions League, we'll be having a crap window. Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you. No, bro. There's no more Ekitike news from other than what we covered on the show a couple of weeks ago. Chelsea are interested. They believe to have approached Eintracht Frankfurt and Ekitike to establish, wage demands and a potential cost of a deal. But other than that, there hasn't been anything, chat. There hasn't been anything. Gittins stuff has gone very quiet as well. You are right, Jordan. The Gittins stuff has gone very, very quiet. If we've got Nico Williams, Guiu, and Gyökeres, will be a force to be reckoned with. I wouldn't say Guiu makes us a force to be reckoned with, but yeah. I think we will sign Mark Gurhey. As for Gyökeres, who knows? But anyway, yeah, that's going to make a big difference. I know, look, Guiu's not played since February, but just to have those options sat on the bench to give us something a little bit different is going to be really important for us, chat. It's going to be really, really important for us. And in the last 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, that could make a difference, could absolutely make a difference. And it's great to be able to have that option up our sleeve. What's an option on goalkeeper? Well, I don't really know, to be honest. There's been links with Mike Mignan. There's been links with Zion Suzuki at Parma, the Japanese goalkeeper. There's been nothing really concrete on any goalkeepers. I think Chelsea are still deciding whether to go for a goalkeeper or not. I think they're still waiting to conduct their summer review of the goalkeeping position. I mean, it shouldn't take very long to carry out that review. Sanchez, see you later. Petrovic, number 1. Jorgensen, To be honest, though, I wouldn't even be against doing this, chat. Penders stays at Ghent for another year. We send Jorgensen to Strasbourg and hopefully add the Petrovic effect. You have Petrovic as number one. You sell Sanchez, and then you bring in like an older number two, more experienced goalkeeper as a bit of a stopgap for a couple of years. I wouldn't have any issue with that at all. I would actually be pretty pro that. I'd be pretty pro that. But let's move away from the Joao Pedro stuff then, chats. That's just a little update on him. But more worryingly, people, more worryingly, the Alejandro Garnacho shit is not going away. It's not going away. Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, we should be able to offer 30%. We should be able to offer 30% more wages because there'll be the incentivized contracts going up. So the players' pay will go up by 30% if we make Champions League. So we should therefore be able to offer 30% higher base wage if we do make the top five. But anyway, these Garnacho links aren't going away. And I think we knew he was going to leave Man United this summer, but it's now officially confirmed. Ornstein with the bomber. Ruben Amorim has informed, basically Ruben Amorim has told Garnacho to find a new club. So Alejandro Garnacho has played his last game for Manchester United, confirmed he is going to be 100% leaving the club. Chelsea, don't you dare. Don't you dare. This is someone who's got 11 goals and 10 assists in 58 appearances in all competitions this season. Someone who clearly has got the ego of a Ronaldo and a Messi, but nowhere near the ability. Attitude issues. There is some talent and there is some ability there, no doubt about it. But overall, I think he's just a massive problem package. And I would be steering well clear of that. He's direct. He takes the man on. He's got a goal in him. But if we're being brutally honest, chat, I have to be real. He is not better than any winger that we have at the club right now. Not better than any winger that we have at the club. So it's been confirmed. Amorim's given Garnacho his P45. Pal, you need to find a new club in the summer. Cheerio, you're done. Finito. Okay. So as soon as that's come out from Ornstein, we then have further updates on Garnacho from Ben Jacobs. Alejandro Garnacho remains a possibility for Chelsea, who also appreciate Gittins and Williams. Napoli still keen, but are also in talks with Georgi Sudakov, baller by the way, who is a similar profile. Napoli bid 50 million euros for Garnacho in January. Man United wanted 70 million euros in January. Price expected to drop this summer. So they wanted about just over 60 million quid, in January. I suspect that Garnacho will. I suspect, chat, that Garnacho will be available. I reckon you could sign Garnacho for about 50 million this summer. I think you could sign Garnacho for 50 million. If it was a choice of 50 million on Joao Pedro or 50 million on Alejandro Garnacho, it's a no-brainer, people. It's an absolute no-brainer. It is 50 million M's. It's 50 M's on Joao Pedro all day over 50 M's on this Shirley Carter lookalike. That it's not happening, people. It is not happening. It can't happen. It is not an upgrade on anything we have. It's not an upgrade. If you're going to spend 50 million pounds on a player, you better make sure they're an improvement on what you've got. Not better than Noni. Not better than Neto. Not better than Jadon Sancho. Those are our three wingers. Is he any better than Tyreek George? Maybe he's a bit better than Tyreek George. But my point is, chat, is that we are in a situation now where, I mean, yeah, we could get 50 million. I mean, there's no way we're getting 50 million pounds for Nkunku. Absolutely no way. I mean, the Anthony Gordon thing was they were never strong links. It was just kind of interest in the player. We know Chelsea got interest in the player. We tried to sign him at Everton. We know there's interest there. But I don't think Newcastle will be looking to sell. However, if they missed out on the Champions League, then I think out of Guimaraes, Isak and Gordon, I reckon Isak would be Gordon would be the one most likely to go. I reckon he'd be the one most likely to go. So, but yeah, no, the Gordon links. I don't see anything major happening with Gordon. Yeah, bro, I think that could well be the case. You know, if we get Champions League, I think there could be a push on Nico Williams because that Nico Williams name is not going away. It's not going away. Everyone is saying Chelsea appreciate Nico Williams. Nico Williams' name is always mentioned, whether it's Jacobs, Ornstein, Fabrizio. Fabrizio is described Williams as a dream target for Chelsea. I suspect if we do get Champions League, there could be a push for Nico Williams. If we don't get Champions League, Nico Williams, scrub him off. Gittins you can get regardless. I think whether you're Europa League, Champions League, you can get Gittins regardless. And I think, Garnacho, if we were to explore that interest in Garnacho, I don't think that'll be a Champions League sort of list of target. He would be a Europa League kind of list of signing. But I do think that's where we are. PR flying just when we're about to see Roman's book. When's Roman's book coming out? I don't know who's going to... I don't know what players Saudi would take from us this summer. You know, you would traditionally say Raheem Sterling, but there's no chance. They're not stupid. They're not going to take a shit Raheem Sterling. Absolutely no way are they going to be doing that. No chance. I don't know. It might do, but I don't think we're in for Rodrigo, to be perfectly honest. I really don't think we're in for him. I could be wrong on that, but I've just got a gut feeling that we're not going to be in for him. That's just my gut feeling on it. I could be totally wrong, but the only way we're getting that, the only way we've got any chance of Rodrigo is Champions League. Williams is an upgrade. Williams is an upgrade. For sure. He absolutely is an upgrade. Yeah. We could have a shot. But, I'm not denying we might not have a shot. I'm just saying, I don't know if we'd actually, seriously make a move. But yeah, look, Champions League could put us in the conversation. It could put us in the conversation if we decided we wanted to be in that conversation. I don't know if we do want to be in the conversation, though. Chat, we're 170 in the building. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Make sure you keep smashing that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here as well, people. I would greatly appreciate any support. We're heading towards 17K. Keep smashing the like button. Keep subscribing if you're new around here. Every new subscriber is greatly appreciated. Run the likes up to 100. Introduce yourself in the chat as well if you're a new subscriber, people. Oh, 100%. 100%. Do you see that? Yeah, the prize money for the Club World Cup's mad. And again, that can make a massive, massive difference to our transfer budget. You know, it's like 100 million, I think, for winning the Club World Cup. You know, you can, even if you get to like quarters or semi-final, you can bank 80, 90 million pounds. That's a huge prize money here. Huge prize money at stake. Massive amounts of prize money, chat. Yeah. You know, that's important as well. That's important as well. And that's what people need to realize. That's what people need to realize. It's important for so many reasons. Club World Cup's important. Sunday's important. Wednesday's important. All of this is important for the next few seasons or next few years of this football club. You know, it might seem mental, but these two matches coming up, Forest tomorrow and Rocklaw Conference League final, these are two of the biggest games in Chelsea's recent history. Two of the biggest games in Chelsea's recent history, chat. And we must turn up. We must. Simple as that. Chelsea must turn up. Well, yeah, could be a guarantee, chat. Could be a guarantee. But let's wait and see. Yeah, just anyone. Just anyone. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's the fucking kit man. It goes in off someone's dick. I don't care how it goes in. As long as it goes in the back of that net and we are celebrating tomorrow. That is the most important thing. Anything else does not matter. Stink the gaff out. Get a fluky goal. Defend for your lives. Stick 10 men behind the ball if you have to. Whatever it takes, you dig deep and you give everything that you've got. Everything. You empty the tank. Forget Wednesday. You fully focus on the task at hand and you empty that tank and you deliver everything you possibly can for this badge, for this football club, and for the fans. But that's what you have to do. That's what you must do. That's what you must do. But yeah, in terms of Garnacho, chat, yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know. I really don't know. But this time tomorrow, people, we will know whether we are playing Champions League football next season. In 24 hours, we will know. In 24 hours, we will know. We better not concede a single. If we concede, you don't want to concede the first goal. You do not want to concede the first goal. That's absolutely clear. You do not want to concede the first goal. But yeah, speech. We need to cut a promo outside the City ground. We need to cut a promo outside the City ground tomorrow. We need to cut a promo, chat. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. Yeah, we'll see Lavia on the pitch tomorrow. He can't play Wednesday, so there's no way he's not starting. But anyway, we'll get onto the game a bit later on, chat. But yeah, the Garnacho stuff. I'd like to think we wouldn't do that, considering we turned down. Considering we turned down, the likes of Duran and stuff for supposed attitude reasons. But what he does need to do, wherever he goes, is to tell his brother to stop being such an absolute fucking idiot on social media. Because his brother is not helping his football career at all. But you know what? I mean, I don't want to make this about Man United, but what's mad is that in front of the whole squad, Amarim's just basically said to him, yeah, mate, you're done. You need to find a new club. You need to find a new club. Brazy. That's mad. That's mad. But yeah. We've got a super chat coming in. I think Lavia, Enzo, and Caicedo start tomorrow. Yeah, James won't start both games. I don't think. I don't think Reece James will start both games. So we're looking at a situation where I think, yeah, I don't. I mean, he might start tomorrow, but if I had to hazard a guess, I suspect Reece James is more likely to start on Wednesday than he is to start tomorrow. Big up to Dangler Kid for the super chat. Greatly appreciate it, brother. Loving the live streams. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Greatly appreciate you. What currency is this? SEK. What's that? Let me know where. Let me know where. Let me know where you're watching from, brother. Appreciate the support though. Big yourself up. We don't need Mainu. We absolutely don't need. We don't. Let me just make this abundantly clear, chat. We do not need any more midfield players. No more midfield players. Ah, Sweden. What do they use? That's Swedish krona. Is it Swedish krona? Or have I got that totally wrong? Is it Swedish krona? I thought Sweden used euros. Maybe they don't. But is that krona? Let me know. But yeah. Anyway, Garnacho. Yeah. Nah, we can't. We can't. We can't. Yeah, I nervous. Yeah. Brother. Yeah, I am a bit. I can't lie, bro. Yeah, I am. I am. But it is what it is. It's out of my control. All I can do is go there and hope for the best. And if not, I'll be heading straight over to Trent Bridge to watch cricket instead and retire from the game. Lived it, loved it. See you later. Because it'll be bad. At least we're straight to Poland a couple of days after, so can try and forget about it. It's got a potential to be a really good few days, or it could be an absolute disaster, and I'm disappearing for the summer, and I'll return in August once it's all blown over. Switch the phone off, get away from it. But yeah, hopefully it's not going to happen. Mate, you're very, very confident, by the way. By the way, if you dare miss out on the Champions League after Sunderland come up to the Premier League today, it's going to be bleak for you. It's going to be a bad couple of days, mate. If you don't deliver tomorrow, it's going to be a bad couple of days. So you must. I'm nervous, but don't you dare miss out on the Champions League after Sunderland have come up to the Premier League. Don't you dare miss out, mate. Yeah, bro, I'll be at the Forest game, and I'll be in Poland as well. So yeah, we're there. I'm not doing a Club World Cup chat, but we'll be there. Forest, Rocklaw, and then summer transfer streams. We're gonna be moving mad, people. We're gonna be moving mad. This window, I think's got potential to be an all-timer. This has got a potential to be an all-timer window, chat. Not just for Chelsea, but I just mean in terms of just the Premier League in general. So many teams need players, and a lot of the teams are going for the same kind of players. It's going to be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, no, mate. I'll be honest. I'll be backing you as well. I would 100% be backing it. 100% be backing you to get through. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Stranger things have happened in football. I wouldn't put it past you to maybe go a goal down potentially, but we'll see anyway. But yeah, chat. Let's get back to the task at hand, people. Wide players. I really don't know, because Gittins don't really fill me with a lot of excitement. Nico Williams was as an exciting talent, tore it up at the Euros. He's had an okay season this season. This season's not been as good as he was last season. But that's a far more exciting signing than someone like someone like a Garnacho, for example. Gittins doesn't excite me, chat. I don't want that to come across, as a bit entitled, but Gittins don't excite me. If we sign him, look, I'll support him, get behind him like I do with every single player, but I'm wanting something better. Someone who can actually come in and make an impact. Someone who is an upgrade on what we've got and isn't going to be a squad player. Isn't going to be another one of those. What do you call it? Another one of them project players, chat. We don't need more project players. I'm not about those project players. I'm not about those project players anymore. We've got enough of them. We've got players who are starting now, right, who should be squad players. Sancho, Noni, they should be squad players. Jackson should be a squad player. Basically our front three that's starting now really should be squad players. Well, maybe not Neto, but certainly, a lot of our players that are starting now, they should be squad players, people. They should be squad players. It's that simple. But Garnacho doesn't come in and start. Garnacho doesn't come in and make any difference to the team. So I hope so, mate. I hope so. Yes, bro, big yourself up. Appreciate it. Yeah, people, run the likes up. Have we hit 100 yet, chat? Can someone let me know if we've hit 100 likes yet? Keep smashing the like button. It's free. It takes seconds, and it helps more than you can believe, people. So let's run it up. Let's run it up. We're on what? Oh, we're on 75. Chat, come on. We need 25 more likes to the 100. Run it up. And subscribe if you're new. Look, Nico Williams and Gyökeres would be a joke. Could you just imagine this? Let's try and not get too carried away here. But Nico Williams on the left, Palmer in the 10, Esteval on the right, Victor Gyökeres up top with Enzo and Caicedo behind, or Enzo and Lavia behind, Caicedo and Lavia behind. You've got Andre Santos for depth. You've got Asugu for depth. Suddenly it starts getting a bit exciting. Your mind starts going places where it probably shouldn't go, and you're getting well carried away in that. But then you've got to come back to reality and realize that, yeah, it's probably not happening. It's probably not happening. If we're going to be spending 50 M's on a player, like, go and get me Joao Pedro. I'm telling you now, right? Out of all these names here, I would probably take Joao Pedro over all of them. Even Nico Williams. I would probably take Joao Pedro over Nico Williams. I know that sounds mad, but I would. And look, mate, Garnacho could be, again, look, like a lot of players who have left United, he could go and thrive in a different environment away from the club. I absolutely get that. There's ability there, there's talent there. But it's not right for Chelsea. It's not right for Chelsea, in my opinion. It just isn't right. And a move to Napoli, for example, would be great for him. You see what McTominay's doing out in Italy. I think a move there for him would be great. But yeah, look, for me, Chelsea need to steer well clear. Well clear. Oh, every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Every day of the week and twice on Sundays, chat, would I be doing that? Oh, mate. Absolutely. 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 Well, look, I think we've done a lot of work on Gittins. No doubt about it. We have done a lot of work on Gittins. Gittins, I think, would be a relatively straightforward deal to do. Even if we had no European football, I still we could still sign Gittins. We could absolutely still sign Gittins even with no European football, guys. So, yeah, it is what it is, chap. Yeah, Gittins just don't excite me. It just doesn't excite me. It's not one of them where you're like, wow, my club signed this player. It's just like, Oh, there's another one. There's another one of something that we don't really need. He is. Rodrigo or Yildiz? I mean, Yildiz would probably be easier to get, but obviously Rodrigo. Oh, mate, 100%. 100% there's better out there. Absolutely. There's miles better out there, like your boy Gordon. Pedro seems like a Neto purchase, though. A bit of age and experience, but nothing in special in stat. Well, I mean, look, Joao Pedro is 23, 16 GNA in the Prem this season. Pretty much exactly the same return as Nicholas Jackson. Jackson got 10 goals, 5 assists. Pedro, 10 and 6. But Pedro's a better ball striker. He's a better finisher. Look, Joao Pedro would be a good squad player. Good squad player. He's also someone that I could see Newcastle going for. Newcastle reportedly in for Joao Pedro as well. So yeah, that is going to be interesting as well. It's going to be interesting as well. No. Joao Pedro wouldn't cost 80 to 90 million. Absolutely no chance. You're looking at a 50 or 60 million pound deal for Joao Pedro. 50 or 60 million pound deal. Guys, we're over 200 in the building now. Over 200 in the building. Keep smashing the like button. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I will. Come on, chat. Run it up. Oh, mate, Osimhen is off. Off. Done. Reports coming out of Saudi saying it is virtually agreed with Al Hilal. He's agreed to go there. 3-year contract. They're going to pay the release clause to Napoli. I mean, look, it could change at the last minute. Could change. But yeah, I would say that 80 to 90% certain that that he is going to Al Hilal, and he'll be playing for Al Hilal at the Club World Cup. Neto costs £51.4 million. All that excites you is Delap. Not true. I didn't say Delap excited me. I like Liam Delap. It would be a good value signing. He's a profile of striker that we need, and he offers us something we don't have. However, we can do, like, it's not going to take us to, it'll improve us, but it's not going to improve us enough. Bro, I've been saying, I've been banging that Mateta drum. Boom, boom, boom. Mateta would be a great signing. It'd be a great signing. It would be a great signing. But anyway, talking about who else would be a decent signing. And that is Morgan Rogers. Again, and this is another one. Steinberg, Guardian. Again, Garnacho's name is there. Gittins' name is there. But Morgan Rogers is the one that I'm looking at, and I'm thinking, if Morgan Rogers, I don't want to say it would be the dream, because I don't think it's quite like that. I mean, final boss, it's a possibility, bro. It's a possibility. I hear it. It could easily happen. It could easily happen. For sure. Could easily happen. Morgan, I'll tell you why Morgan Rogers excites me. You know, he's legit, 22 years of age, can play left wing, can play 10. Would be a great option to have in the squad. He straight away starts on that left-hand side. Rogers on the left, Palmer in the 10, Neto or Esteval on the right, Gyökeres or whoever it is up top. You know, if you have Rogers, Palmer and Esteval, Rogers, Palmer and Neto, Rogers and Palmer or whatever it is, behind a top striker, that is so exciting. So exciting. But I think for Rogers, if we're being honest though, chat, 22 years of age, England international, one of Villa's key men, I think you're going to be looking at close to 100 million for like total package, transfer fee, agent fee, wages, and etc. I think you're looking at close to 100 million all in. I think you are looking at close to 100 million all in, which is, yeah, it's probably too much. It probably is too much. I mean, look, if we had Champions League football, I think we could definitely get Morgan Rogers. He would be attainable. It just depends. It just depends whether we go for him. It just depends whether we go for him. That's all. I'm not sure if we will, chat. I'm not sure if we will go for it. Bear with me a sec. I don't know if we'll go for him, chat, to be honest. Oh, fuck's sake. Hold on. Plugged in the wrong. I'm trying to plug this charger in, chat. Right, we're back. We're back in the mix. Right, we're in. Yeah, no, I think Rodgers is worth it. I mean, look, if you're talking about value for money, right? You could potentially sign Liam Delap and Ryan. You could sign Cherky and Delap, chat, for probably less than £70 million. You could get Cherky and Delap, I reckon, for less than 70 million. That's mental. That's absolutely mental. Yeah, I would. I would. Yeah, absolutely. I would do that. Let me just check, because someone's saying that Rodgers doesn't play left wing. I know he plays. He tends to play more central. I'm pretty sure Rodgers has played quite a lot on the left this season. I could have just completely imagined that, but I think he's played a number of times on the left. I think he has, or the right, or whatever. Yeah. So this season, out of Rodgers's 53 appearances in all comps, chat, he's played 23 in the 10, 12 times on the right, and 7 times on the left. So what's 12 add 7? So 19. So basically 19 times. So he started as an attacking. He's made 23 appearances as an attacking midfielder, but he's played 19 times as a winger, left or right. So whilst he's mainly an attacking midfielder, he has also been used on both the left and the right. 19 appearances playing out wide compared to 23 starting as a 10. So yes, he's probably mainly a 10, but he can play on that left-hand side. He can play on that left-hand side, or he can play on the right as well. You know? Bro, Delap's not going to go to Everton. I'll say it now. I think Liam Delap goes to Newcastle. I honestly think that Liam Delap goes to Newcastle, chat. Sesko to Arsenal. Yeah, I hear it. I mean, yeah, you could sign those 4 players for 250 million. Let's just say 30 million Delap. Gurhey, let's say 40, that's 70. Cherky, 30, give it 100 M's. 50 M's for Hato, 150. You can sign those players for less than 200 million. No, it's not about playing second fiddle. You know, Delap will play loads of games at whatever club he goes to. Delap will play loads of games. He might not be might not be a starter every single week at Chelsea, but he will play. He will play a lot of minutes. A lot of minutes. We do need a starting striker. The problem is Osimhen would have been one of them. He's off the table. And the other one is Gyökeres. And I think that he's potentially also off the table. So that's where we have a problem, chat. That is where we have a problem. I don't see Delap at United now. They've got no European football. If United had won the Europa League and were playing Champions League next season, I think Delap would be... I think it would be virtually a done deal to United if that was the case. No, didn't see that. I mean, those links must have not been that strong. I definitely Didn't see that. Didn't see that at all. Chat, we're 5 likes away from 100. Run it up. Dlapa United's a guaranteed starter. He's a guaranteed starter. But yeah, look, Rodgers would be an outstanding signing. I'll be honest. Do you know what's weird, right? When was I discussing this? Oh yeah, last night on a panel show on with Wolfie. Arsenal reportedly seem to prefer Sesko to Gyökeres. And I'm sort of thinking that it almost feels like Chelsea potentially could have an uninterrupted run to Gyökeres. Now, unless maybe a Barcelona have got interest or PSG enter the race. But in terms of Premier League clubs, I don't think Liverpool are going to go for Gyökeres. Man United aren't going to get Gyökeres because they've got no European football to offer. Arsenal seem to prefer Sesko. I'm starting to wonder whether things are opening up for Chelsea and Gyökeres, but it just depends whether we're actually going to take advantage of it. It just depends on whether we're going to take advantage of it. And Ekitike, yeah, maybe we'll end up going for Ekitike. I don't know. I don't know is the honest answer. Maybe we end up going for Ekitike. But yeah, it's all gonna be very interesting. It's all gonna be very interesting. For sure. I don't think he'd make them. They got no Champions League football, and I'm almost certain they're not going to be back in the Champions. They're not going to qualify for the Champions League through the league next season either. United are looking at a good stint out of the Champions League, in my opinion. Absolutely. I don't really know what Gyökeres' wage demands are, but I don't think they're. I wouldn't imagine they're ridiculous. They're not going to be an Osimhen level of wage demand. You know, he's going to be looking for a lot less money than Victor Osimhen, for example. A lot less money. So yeah, that is going to be interesting, chat. It's going to be very interesting to see who we do end up going for. Yeah, I mean, I can't call it. I cannot call it who we might end up going for. It's going to be very interesting. But it feels like, you know, there doesn't seem to out of the Premier League teams, maybe it's suddenly starting to look like that Chelsea might have the best chance. I mean, is that possible? Is that possible? Let's all remember, all of this news is just PR. I'm not paying it. It's all about tomorrow and the 3 points. I mean, Joao Felix is going. Yeah, it's all about the 3 points tomorrow. Absolutely, it's all about the 3 leagues tomorrow. 3 points, sorry. Yeah, no, bro, they're serious. They are serious. I'm telling you, these guys are not fucking about this summer. They are targeting top players and they are spending serious money. And that's not going to change. I think Osimhen's going to end up at Al Hilal. Al Hilal have made a 700 grand a week offer to Bruno Fernandes, and they want an answer next week. So they could end up getting Bruno Fernandes as well. The Saudi League aren't fucking about, chat. They're not fucking about. No, Berta prefers Gyökeres by all accounts. Berta, by all accounts, prefers Gyökeres. So let's see. Let's see what happens. But the latest reports that are out there are suggesting no, I don't, because he's in talks with Porto, and I think he might be going there. So Gabri Veiga might be leaving Al Ahly and heading to Porto. I think he's in conversations with Porto. Let's wait and see what happens. He's got a year left on his contract at Al Ahly. Maybe he's had enough. Maybe he's had enough at Saudi. He's been there for 2 years. So yeah, that'll be interesting. We do have a good relationship with Sporting. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm a massive Mudryk fan as well. A massive Mudryk fan. And I would have been would have been delighted if we had him available this season. Would have been delighted. I've got I've got no idea what's going on with the Madrid thing. No idea at all. It feels like a bit of a strange one. We do, and I'd like to think we wouldn't be so stupid not to have mentioned Gyökeres when we were doing deals for Asugo and Quenda. But then I sort of remembered, actually, do you know what? We probably would be stupid enough not to mention it. We probably would be stupid enough not to mention Gyökeres. So, yeah, that is the sort of thing that we would have done. Yeah. Asugu's going to link up before the Club World Cup. He should make his debut there, and then we'll go from there and see what happens with him. Yeah, just said, bro, he's probably going to join Al Hilal in Saudi. Yep, 3 strikers going to Saudi who we could have all signed. 3 strikers that we could have signed. Chat, 210 in the building. Run it up. We're on 106 likes. This can easily be got to 150 likes. So yeah, smash that like button. And new subscribers as well, make sure you introduce yourself in the chat. Introduce yourself to the community. Introduce yourself to the community. Introduce yourself to the community, guys. And yeah, run up those likes and subscribe. Yep. Well, they won't. I don't think they'll get him. I mean, I still don't want him as a squad option. Because Esteban can take Sancho's place in the squad, and then we still go and sign someone. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, that's where we're at on that one. That is where we are at on that one. Yeah, it's peak, isn't it? It's a bit peak. No, I personally don't think it is. And it's a league that's on the up. It's a league that they're dead serious about improving. It's a league that, you know, has got top players, will continue to sign more top players, which should improve the quality. It's a long journey to get it to being a top 5, top 6 league in the world, but they're dead serious about getting it to that. They're going to spend the money. They'll try and target top players, older players, and also players in their prime. And that league will develop, and that league will get better and better and better. So no, I don't think it is a retirement league. No. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think we'll be taking. I think we'll be taking shirt numbers at what point. You know, bro, they play Asian Champions League. They play Asian Champions League. So same as Europe, but obviously Asia. So clubs from Saudi, Japan, Qatar, Australia, I think, are in it. So yeah, they play Asian Champions League. You've got Champions League, just like you've got Copa Libertadores for South America. You've got Asian Champions League for Asia. You've got the Champions League for Europe. That's what it is. I mean, there's a long way to go before that conversation happens. I mean, I don't know if that will ever happen or not. But the point is that they're a league that are serious, and let's see how it continues to develop. Let's see how it continues to develop. Let's see how it continues to develop. Yeah, I am as well. Deserves it. 29 goals in all comps this season for Al Ahly. Great season. Yeah, they did. They won the Women's Champions League. I'm very surprised that they beat Barcelona. Very, very surprised that they beat Barca. But hey, that's uh, that's where we're at. They did beat Barcelona. Mental, absolutely mental. But they managed it. I think we're putting a lot of pressure and expectation on Esteval. Yeah, bro, I absolutely agree with you. There should be no expectation on Esteval to come in and perform from day one. There should be no expectation. We should be easing him in gently. If we're in a situation where we're expecting Esteval to deliver from day one, then we've got this seriously wrong. Seriously wrong. Um, if that's the case, we cannot be doing that, chat. We cannot be doing that. We cannot be in a situation where we're expecting Esteval Willian to contribute from day one. Absolutely no way, no chance can we be doing that. Well, there's a long way to go. There's no guarantees whatsoever. But we just got to give him the right environment, and we just got to be patient with him. You know, we've got to be patient with him. That's the reality. We must be patient. Let's see what else there is. Is there any fresh news coming in, chat? Doesn't seem to be anything fresh coming in. Well, yeah, I think there's a chance he'll link up with the squad. There's a chance that he could make his debut at the Club World Cup. And then I think it's very, very likely that he heads on loan. Very, very likely he will head on loan. No, we won't give Esteban a 10 shirt. No, I don't think so. What about Dujon Richard? Dujon Whisper? No idea what's happening with him. He'll again be one of those players that we sign. He probably won't play for the club and then he'll be sold. I think he had an ACL injury and he's recovering from that. No, I don't think so whatsoever. No, I don't think there's any chance of that one happening. I don't think there's any chance of that one happening. I just want to clear up this narrative that Maresca's destroyed Palmer. He hasn't. Palmer's created more chances than he did last season. Just teammates haven't taken them. And by his own admission, his finishing's been off and he missed chances that he should have scored. You know, if he'd taken more of his chances, he would have been having a very similar season to last season. I think it would be great, but I also think unlikely to happen. Would be great, but I don't see it personally. I don't see it. That's what I'm saying. That is what I am saying. That's what I'm saying, chat. Bro, Luis Campos has signed a new contract at PSG. Luis Campos was never coming to Chelsea. I repeat, Luis Campos was never coming to Chelsea. Despite what people were saying, he was never coming to Chelsea. Yeah. I mean, I don't care who scores. I don't care who's miss out on UCL tomorrow. And if we lose on Wednesday, Maresca and the directors go. Well, even if we missed out on Champions League and lose on Wednesday, I still think they'll be here next season. I still think they'll be here next season. Whether you agree or disagree with that, I think those are the facts, chat. I think they'll still be here next season. Maybe we have created so many chances. You know, it's frustrating when you look back at a lot of these games. You know, the chances we've missed are just so frustrating. It's not like we're not creating chances. We're just fucking constantly missing so many chances because we haven't got that quality in the final third. We do not have the quality. We haven't got it. Yeah, it could be so different. It could be sheer jubilation or utter deflation. And that is what we are going to find out. That is what we're going to find out, chat. I think he would. Having not yet qualified for CL, has left us behind Liverpool, Arsenal, man. We're not behind Spurs or Arsenal or City. Liverpool obviously stolen a march, but we were never going to sign a Florian Wirtz, and we don't need a right back. So I don't know if we're behind anyway. So yeah, I don't think so. Look, we've not lost any ground with the likes of City, Arsenal, or a Newcastle or whatever. Yeah, bro, I hope we don't go back to the only way we're going to go back to the Conference League is if we lose tomorrow. And if we lose tomorrow and we lose the Conference League final, basically we'd have to lose both our games, and then we'd be back there. Which would be mad. Well, you'd think so. But I'm not sure if we can we really, I don't mean financially, but can we really afford to be making another managerial change, chat, and starting again? I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can. This is the issue, chat. But anyway, this is all ifs and buts right now. We've just got to focus on the task at hand, get the job done, and we move from there. And we move from there. I would absolutely agree on that. They should be gone anyway, but they won't be gone. They will still be there, chat. They will still be there. There's no doubt about it. They'll still be there. But I agree. They should be gone. They should be gone. Absolutely agree. No doubt in it, chat. No doubt in it. Agreed. I mean, I'm hoping for a big signing, but yeah, it's hard to see. It's hard to imagine us making a big signing. I don't mean big signing sort of transfer fees wise, because the likes of your Caicedos and your Enzos, big signings. But I get what you mean in terms of a big name. It's hard to. It's hard to imagine. It is hard to imagine. Yeah, so much is going to rest on tomorrow. There might be a small chance if we do win, chat, that we could go for a big name, but oh no, bro, no scaremongering. Anthony's tearing it up. Let's just say it how it is. Anthony is absolutely fucking smashing it. Anthony is tearing it up. He is tearing it up. So, yeah. We will see. But yeah, no, Anthony is very much Very much tearing it up. Oh, yeah, of course he does. Of course he does. Of course he does. But yeah, that hopefully isn't going to be happening. But yeah, of course he does. You know, why wouldn't he? Of course that's what he wants. Of course that's what he wants. I've got no idea because I don't even know if he's going there. But I'd expect if he did go there, that yeah, he would do reasonably well. Or it'll be Sanchez in goal. I'd go James right back, Chalobah and Colwell, Cucurella, Caicedo and Lavia, Enzo in the 10. I'd go Noni on the left. I'd play Cole Palmer on the right, and I'd play Neto down the middle. That's what I would do. I mean, we might be. We might be. It's just it's not out there. But I think there's more interest in Thomas Araujo at Benfica than there is in Antonio Silva, personally. That's what I think. 2-1 Chelsea, 2-0 Chelsea. I think we'll concede. Yeah, I think we're still there or thereabouts for Sesko. There's absolutely interest there. There's interest there. There is interest there. But again, you're going to start next week. Whatever happens, you'll start to see stuff accelerate because once the 2 games are out the way, you will. And then the Club World Cup literally starts in a couple of weeks or whatever. Teams have got between the teams will want players in by the 10th before the 10th of June. You've got between the 1st and the 10th of June to sign players for the Club World Cup. That's going to be huge. That's going to be huge. So yeah, I think after like next week, once both games are out the way, you are going to start to have a lot of news, chat. A lot of news. So yeah, this almost feels like the calm before the storm, before the floodgates open, whichever way they open. We're either going to ride those waves or we're going to be washed away in that flood and get dead targets, depending on what happens in the next few days. I mean, I'm nervous. I'm excited. I mean, I'm nervous and excited. It's gonna be a mad one. Yes, big up Joseph for the super chat. Is Ronaldo's meeting for the Club World Cup true? What do you mean? I mean, look, there's been a lot of reports and rumors that Ronaldo is going to sign for a club just to play at the he's literally going to sign for a club to play in the Club World Cup. I personally don't see it. I personally don't see it. I could be wrong, but what purpose does that serve for Ronaldo joining a team for the Club World Cup? Literally doesn't know any of them. Might play 3 matches tops in the Club World Cup, and then that's it. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. But there's been a lot of rumours that he might do, and so we'll have to wait and see. Absolutely not. No, because bro, he's literally just gone there. He's literally just gone there. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, chat. Well, there's going to be a late fitness test, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does. Okay, brother. Yeah, all good, all good, all good. No problem. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah, they're not going to have any issues with that. Not going to have any issues with that at all. Yeah, no issues. There's going to be no sleeping issues, chat. Osimhen is our missing piece, just like how we signed Diego Costa. Yeah, we could well be. Yeah, but bro, the difference with those is that Mamouche and Anthony are established players, whereas Esteban is a kid, 18 years old, who has never kicked a ball outside of Brazil. No, I'm not. I thought about it, but it's way too expensive. Way too expensive. So yeah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Yes, big up, brother. Appreciate you for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. Williams wants ridiculous money and his stats are shite. I mean, yeah, he reportedly the money is ridiculous. I want to say his stats were shit, but yeah, look, if we don't get Champions League, it's not going to happen. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. But chat, I'm going to round this one out here. Big up to everyone that has tuned in. Big love for all the support as always. Thanks for your super chats. It's greatly appreciated. Guys, tomorrow's the day. Massive, 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 massive. It's going to be huge. We're going to find out whether Chelsea will be back in the Champions League next season or not. Nervous, excited. Let's see how it goes. Chat, I will be bringing you videos from the ground, match reaction, clips from the game. So make sure you stay tuned in for all of that content as well. Love for the support as always. These shows can't be done without you guys. And yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. Enjoy the game tomorrow, wherever you're watching it. I hope it's a good result for all of us. And yeah, guys, I'll catch you soon. I'll be definitely back with a live show on Monday. And tomorrow we've got videos coming from the ground and all that sort of thing. So stay locked in, stay tuned in. Smash the like, subscribe on your way out. Up the Chelsea, and we're out. Peace.